Hey guys, welcome to question 3 for the 2015 Level 1 Algebra MCAT. We'll just get straight into it. Jake thinks of a number, adds 5, and multiplies the result by 4. He gets an answer of 24. Find the number of Jake was thinking of. Okay, so we approach this question. We're just gonna substitute the number Jake was thinking of. We'll just say it's x, okay? We'll say the number was x. So Jake adds 5 to the number, so x becomes x plus 5, and he multiplies the result by 4. So he multiplies x plus 5 by 4, so this whole 4. Alright? And then he gets the answer of 24. So 4 times x plus 5 is 24. And therefore, we can rearrange the equation to find 4x. So he moved the 4 to the other side of the equation. That will give us 24 divided by 4, so that's 6. So that becomes x plus 5 equals to 6. And if we move the plus 5 to the other side, it becomes minus 5, and therefore x equals to 1. And so therefore the original number he was thinking of is 1. So there's your final answer here. So you're going to be getting the achieved grade for getting the correct answer. Alright, moving on. A rectangular garden is n meters wide. Its length is 2 meters longer than its width. Find the formula for the area of the gardens in terms of n. Okay, so let's just say it's n meters wide, and then the length is 2 meters longer than its width. Okay, so we're going to say it's n, and then the length is 2 meters longer, so the length is n plus 2. Sorry, so n and slash n plus 2. You know the area of a rectangle, so area of rectangle equals to width times length. So therefore we can just do n plus 2, we multiply them together, and there is your final answer there. So that again gets you an achieved grade for your efforts. Alright, 5 people on the camp have a stomach bug. The bug spreads at a constant rate r. At the end of 3 days, 320 people have the bug. This can be modeled by 320 equals to 5r cubed. Find the rate of r at which the bug is spreading. Okay, so we just write out the equation first. So 320 equals to 5r cubed. Okay, so first thing you want to do here is you want to move the 5 to the other side. So get rid of the 5 and divide 320 by 5. So if you divide 320 by 5, you plug into a calculator, that will get you 64. Is equal to r cubed. So now you find what number cubed is 64. So what number to the power 3 equals 64. And you just plug that into your calculator. So you press the 3 and then square root symbol and then 64, and you should get your answer as r equals to 4. So 4 cubed is 64. So getting up to r equals to 4, that gets you a merit grade. Getting achieved grade is just simplifying the equation. So therefore, you get 64 equals to R3. You'll get the achieved grade, okay? Sarah and Marie are studying for the NCAA exams. Sarah claims that she does more study than Marie. Marie says she does 3 hours study on each of the 4 days during the week. Sarah says she studies for 2/3 of that time during the week and at least another further 2 hours on the weekend. Is Sarah's claim always correct? Explain your solution. The first thing we want to do when we get this question is when we find out how long does Marie study for, okay? She says she does 3 hour studies on each of the 4 days. So this is just basically basic arithmetic. So basically 3 times 4 equals to m. M for Marie, and m equals to 12. So Marie studies for 12 hours each week. So now we're gonna find how long does Sarah study for. Sarah says she studies for 2/3 of that time during the week and at least another 2 hours on the weekend. Okay, so we already figured out that Marie studies for 12 hours. So Sarah studies for 2 times 2 over 3, since she studies for 2/3 of 12, plus, so this bracket, plus 2. So if we plugged into our calculator, we should get equals to 10. Okay, so now we see that Sarah's claim is not always correct because 10 is less than 12. So we've got to make 3 comparative statements here, okay? So the first statement we're going to make is, so if if weekend study is more than 4, so we just say W is weekend, okay? W is the amount of hours studied on the weekend, okay? So if the amount of hours studied on the weekend is more than 4, then Sarah S studies more. Okay. Okay, so if W equals to 4, so if Sarah studies for 4 hours on the weekend, then S equals to M, so they have the same amount of hours. And if Sarah studies between 2 and 4 hours, just studies less than 4 hours, so if W is less than 4, then therefore M would be greater than S. So in the actual exam, I'm only doing this because I don't have enough space to write it down. So in the actual exam, it'll be like, so you'll be saying this. So in the actual exam, it'll be like, if Sarah studies for more than 4 hours, that means Sarah will study more than Marie. But if Sarah studies 4 hours a week on the weekend, then she'll study the same time as Marie. And if Sarah studies less than 4 hours on the weekend, Marie will study more than Sarah. Okay, so you're gonna write out the full sentence in the exam. Okay, so remember that. So grading for this question, if you have all 3 comparative statements and the correct working, then you get an excellence. So all 3 statements plus working is excellence. If you solve the equation and have only one statement, so solve the question and only one statement, you'll get a merit grade. And just solving this gets you an achieve grade. All right, moving on. Sammy and Marie earn pocket money by working in the garden. Marius earns $14 an hour. Sammy earns $4 an hour more than Marius. Mario works twice as long as Sammy. Together they earn a total of $138. How much does Sammy earn? Okay, so basically they've told you how much money Marius earns, and Sammy earns $4 more than 14. That means M earns 14. We'll just say M equals to 14, and then Sammy earns 18 because that's 4 more than 14. So Marius works twice as long as Sammy. So let's say Sammy works for an X amount of time. So X is an unknown value. We don't know how long that is. So let's say Sammy works X amount of time. That means Marius works 2x of that time because he works twice as long as Sammy. So this is for Mary and this is for Sammy. So therefore, if we say 14 multiplied by 2x, how long Marius is working for, plus 18x, which is how long Sammy works, how much Sammy earns, and that equals to 138. Simplify this equation, we get 28x here and 18x here, so 46x equals to 138. And if we divide 138 by 46, we should get x equals to 3. So therefore Sammy works for 3 hours because Sammy works for an X amount of time, while Marius works for 6 hours because he works 2x amount of time. Okay, so we'll just say Sammy works for 3 hours and Marius 6 hours. He would earn $54 because Sammy earns $18 an hour, and Marius would earn 138 minus 54. That would mean he would earn $84. Alright, so getting all the way down here, both amounts will get you an excellence grade. If we get to, so we make this equation here, that gets you a merit grade. And if we get one equation given, so basically just any one equation given will get you an achieved. Okay, moving along. The volume of a cylinder is given by V equals to pi r squared h, height, and that of a cone is given by V equals to pi divided by 3 r2 h. A cylinder has the same radius as the base of a cone. Okay, if the volume of the cylinder is twice of that of the cone, give an expression for the ratio of the height of the cylinder to the height of the cone. Okay, so basically for this question, you know that the volume of the cylinder is twice that of the cone. So therefore, we can say that two times of this is equal. Oh no, sorry. 2 times of this is equal to one cylinder. Okay, so basically say pi r squared h is equal to pi divided by 3 r squared h whole multiplied by 2. Okay, so we're gonna simplify this equation. So we're gonna say this is height of cylinder, this is height of cone. So we're gonna say height of cone, so we don't confuse ourselves later. Okay, we're gonna simplify this. So pi r squared h cy stands for cylinder equals to 2 times pi, so 2 pi divided by 3 r squared h c. Oh, okay, so the r squared cancel each other out because r squared divided by I squared is 1, so that cancels out, so that's gone. So if we move the times 3 to the other side, so 3 pi h of cylinder is equal to 2 pi h of cone, height of cone. So then the pi's are gone because they cancel each other out. So 3 height of cylinder is equal to 2 height of cones. So now the ratio of the height of the cylinder to the height of the cone. So you know, so the ratio would be 2/3. This would equal 2/3, or you can write it as 2 3. Okay. The reason is 2/3 because two cones, only 2 heights of the cones are needed to balance out. Only 2 height of cones are needed to balance out 3 heights of cylinder. So therefore, the ratio is 2 to 3. Okay. Okay. So everything here, getting up to here will get you an excellence. So if you've made a mistake in the simplifying stage, so if you made a mistake in any of these stages, like a minor error, you'll get a merit grade. And to get an achieved grade, all you have to do is this first equation here, just form a relationship. That will get you an achieved grade, okay? Alright, I believe that's it for this exam. So thanks for watching this walkthrough of the 2015 MCAT Day 1. Hope you understand everything that was in this 3 videos. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments below. And I hope to see you in the next video. And thanks for watching. Bye.